Today we're going to talk about ethics in negotiations. First of all, we need to know what ethics are before we can talk about ethics in negotiation. Ethics are moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. Ethics differ across society due to cultural differences. Adair et al. Did research on differences between the use of power and direct information sharing in different countries. Negotiators from Brazil and the US used primarily direct information exchange and avoided power-based influence. Negotiators from Japan and Russia used primarily indirect information exchange and power-based influence. Negotiators from France used a mixture of behaviors that confirm descriptions of France as an enigma. Only negotiators from Hong Kong did not use the behaviors that were consistent with cultural descriptions. There are three so-called schools of bargaining ethics. The first one is the poker school. This school sees negotiation as a game with certain rules. The rules are defined by the law. Conduct within the rules is ethical. Conduct outside the rules is unethical. The idealist school says that bargaining is an aspect of social life, not a special activity with its own unique set of rules. The same ethics that apply in the home should carry over directly in the realm of negotiation. If it is wrong to lie or mislead in normal social encounters, it is wrong to do so in negotiations. If it is okay to lie in special situations, it is also okay to lie in negotiations when those special conditions apply. The third school of bargaining ethics, the pragmatist school, includes some original elements as well as some attributes of the previous two. This approach views deception as a necessary part of the negotiation process, just like the poker school. However, it prefers not to use misleading statements and overt lies if there is a serviceable alternative. The pragmatist school displays concerns for the potential negative effects of deceptive conduct on present and future relationships. Thus, lying and other questionable tactics are not so much bad as they are wrong, as they cost the user more in the long run than gain in the short run. Although negotiation ethics differ across cultures, they also differ between people, depending on what they were brought up to believe to be right and wrong, and if they believe the means justify the ends. More competitive people may be more willing to use what others perceive as unethical means to reach their goal as perceived by other people. This includes tactics such as deception and dishonesty during the negotiation. Ultimately, ethics in negotiations are not so much black and white as there are different shades of grey. As there are people and cultures that perceive different tactics as more ethical than others. This isn't much of a problem when negotiating with people of the same view, but becomes a problem when people with different perceptions negotiate and come to a disagreement on the tactics used. It is therefore recommended to be open-minded and considerate of how others view what you may believe to be an ethical tactic in a negotiation.